Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. Listen, wanted to talk to you about a tool called Wordplay.ai. Now, I've brought this tool to you once before, and you can probably, it was in a different version. They've upped it a little bit, but now they got all these different selections here. You can do bulk loaded. If this is your first time to this channel, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm always showing you different ways, different hacks to grow your business. But let me show you how I quickly made a blog, right? Just using couple of simple inputs here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use guided mode, right? Just 3 or 4 steps to kind of get it going. I'm going to use the keyword 401k because I want to tie that into another offering that I have on another page that's going to take people to a checkout. But what I want to do is I want to write about the actual product that I have. So I'm going to use that on my blog page, which has AdSense on it already. All right, so we're going to go next here. So then I want to put a good title in here. Okay, so retirement planning with your 401k. All right. So then I'm going to click next here. Again, I've only been at this for, I don't know, a couple of minutes here. Then what I want to do is I want to, get some headlines, see what kind of headlines I get here. So I'll just, write a couple of headlines for me. I'll click confirm here. Oh, actually hit the wrong button here. Yeah, let's try it again. All right, we're going to confirm. All right. And you'll see how fast it comes up. So now I got my introduction here. I'm going to select out of these two. It gave me 2 different introductions here. Let me see, read this. And one of the most common questions people ask. I don't know if I like that one. Let's see, do you know how much money you need to retire? Yeah, this is looking like the one that I could probably use. Or what it does is it kind of gives you an introduction and you kind of just write and spiffy it up and add a little bit more, add some window dressing to it. So now I want to put together an outline. So what I want to probably do is have it just, generate an outline for me. So let's get that going like that. All right. So what you have now is you have a selection. You can select all these as an outline and just start writing from them. You can just click add all, or you can just click on the plus sign and it'll add them. And you can see there at the bottom, what is a 401k? It added that already. I didn't mean to do that. Oh crap. So how much should I invest in my 401k? What is a 401k? So any one of these I can use. Oh, I got that twice. Yep, didn't mean to do that. Let's delete that. So any one of these headlines you could use. Let me see, this looks like a good one. That how much should you be investing in your 401k? And how much should you... No, I got that already. Why you should invest in your 401k. Yep, so I got 3. As you can see my outline there at the bottom. What is your 401k? How much should you be investing in your 401k? And why you should invest in your 401k? And why is saving for retirement important? Then I'm going to add a conclusion in there. All right, we'll go next here. So it's already got. I already got my outline ready for my actual blog here. So let me submit it. Let's see what we get here. Confirm. It's going to be about 1,000 words. See how long it takes. Boom, it's done. Wordplay.ai, I'm telling you, it doesn't play. There's a lot of them that kind of give you outlines and stuff, but Wordplay.ai is probably one of the fastest ones. As you can see, it went ahead and put my entire article together for me. Now, I would not recommend just taking this and copying and pasting it and then going out and submitting it online like that. I wouldn't do that. All right, so here's another tool that I'm using. This is a Samcart checkout. And the reason why I'm using this is because I put together a 401k guide. I'm taking the conversation that's in the blog about the 401k and I'm referencing inside the 401k about a 401k guide that I wrote for additional information. Now, the reason why I use Samcart is Samcart has this unique feature where you can allow people to pick their own price, pay whatever they want to for it. Their rule is, hey, there should be no freebies. Everyone should be able to pay. So here you can name your own price. Very unique setup that they have here in Samcart. Should be a link below. You can look at that tool as well. But let me show you what else I'm using to put this together. All right, so this is the third and final tool I wanted to show you that I'm utilizing with this. So this is a tool called Contentpace. So let me put in my keyword. My keyword again was 401k. I'm definitely going to do it for United States, and I want to do it for English, right? I have a couple of different languages. So we're going to generate our report here. Now, what I like about Contentpace is it goes out and it looks for the top 50 articles written with this keyword, and then it does a final analysis on it, and you can take a look and see the type of work that you need to do. So I'm going to fast forward this video and we're going to see what it returned for 401k. All right, so it looks like it's ready now. Let's see what our report gives us here for 401k. Now it does an overall, I like what it does is it breaks down everything and put it in a nutshell. So you can evaluate kind of the keywords you're after, right? Gives you a full analysis, right? It gives you the average word count for someone using or someone putting a blog out that it says, hey, this is the readability level, at least to be college grad, right? Then it gives you the average keyword frequency. The keyword is only really used 2 times in the frequency. All right. And so then here, the average word count is about, 1,300 words, which is pretty average, between 1,400 words or so. And then it just gives you all these analysis of that particular keyword. So it gives you more insight. So combining the two tools together, right? You're using your initial keyword setup tool, right? You're using that tool to get things going, your AI tool. And then what you're doing is you're coming here and you're doing analysis of the word and breakdown, right? And this has the natural language application that they're using here, so it can kind of give you a better idea of the words. And what they're doing here is you can break down the word count, the readability, right? And it can tell you how many articles are really actually using that and kind of what's the median and what's the average or the highest number used. And they're doing that. You can see the little scale across here. They have a keyword frequency. And then they also talk about, the images, right? The headliner, how many headlines does it have? How many paragraphs does it have, right? So they're using all those different things. You're able to do an analysis. And so what you want to do is you want to kind of buff and or talk about your particular article and add some of these key elements, these key ingredients to your words as well. And again, how many headline words are they using, right? How many H1 words are used in this particular article, right? And so those are the types of things that I love about this particular tool. Now, they're not a full-blown editor, which I think they need to work more on that. But you can see here that the #1 ranking word here is from the irs.gov. Obviously, that has a strong domain name, but the score isn't that well, right? It isn't. You can view the article there. The readability level is graduate. And then you can see here what's ranking #2 here, right, is Investopedia. It's got the green. So obviously green is good, gold is medium, and red is not as good. But as you can see, some of these articles are ranking pretty high, even with a not very good content. And a lot of that just comes from the articles that are linked back to it, or, or just a balance that they're using for that particular tool. So this does a good, and you can turn it off here. And I want you to take a look here. What happens when you turn it off? You see the graph change. The graph changes here. When I turn it off, let's take a look at it again. It goes down, right? And you can see this number changes here to college grad here. Then I turn it back on. Then it goes back to graduate level, right? When you turn it back on, because it's telling you there graduate level. That's the readability for #1 is graduate level. When you take it off, it takes it down to college grad. So that's a very powerful article right there. And again, you can view it off to the right, and they give you the top 50. And what you can do is on the left, if you don't want the low ranking ones or the ones that wasn't ranking that well, you can just turn those off. But you can see here has a lot of them, and ranking just the power and the way it's written, right? And there's a lot of factors that go into writing articles. But this particular one, then let's go back. You can download the report, or you can create a content brief with this, right? And so let's look at the content brief here really quick. So what the content brief is, it kind of gives you an outline of some of the things, some of the headlines that you can actually use and write and or rewrite. You can just add those here as you feel necessary. You can highlight it and then it'll add it there for you, or you can create your own. So if I selected this particular one, it's going to add it to the content brief. And then if I, selected another one here, it adds it to the content brief. So let's go back and take a look at it. I think this is a bug because the content brief doesn't stay up for some reason, but let's add those. Let's add those two and see what we got here. So go back to it, look at it. It added those two right there. So we're going to probably go ahead and you can move that in. You can make that into a H3. So you can take it from a H1, which is green, H2 is blue, and you can take it to a H3. And what you're going to notice is as you're writing, take things all the way down to H3 level, gives you even more power in your writing. And so these are the words that they're saying. These are some of the phrases they're using at the bottom. All right, so the last piece of this AI puzzle, I kind of wanted to show you what you can do with the editor, right? And so, or you want to optimize the content. And I guess that's their way of saying this is the editor. So what I want to do is I want to go back to what I had over here in my Wordplay.ai, and I have to copy and paste. Now, the reason why you have to copy and paste, and that will be the case for most of the editors when you have to move it to another one, is because they're using code, they're using HTML code. It's almost like when you're copying Word into a text file, sometimes it takes the code. And so you have to do a copy and paste. That's the challenge that I have with this particular tool, is I have to get everything over there, or I can just write it from scratch over there. But because I use other tools, and that's one thing I noticed about all of these tools, is all of them specialize in something well, and then they'll try to give you other pieces to try to supplement what they do. But each tool, this particular tool right here, Contentpace, does what it does, and it does what it does it very well, and that is to analyze other topics or other articles with one keyword. Now, there are some other tools that use phrases, and they may use long form. This particular tool uses keywords, and it kind of derives from that. Now, you'll notice as I copy and paste things, I want you to take a look at the left side of the screen over here as I add the numbers. So I'm going to speed up this video a little bit faster and kind of get you towards the end and kind of let you see what I'm talking about. But as I paste these in, look at the keywords go up, look at the readability go up, right? As I do that, okay, and then it goes up, and that increases your score, your readability. You got to get to your average, and there's a certain number that we're after here. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video a little bit so you can take a look. But this takes time, right? So let me speed it up for you. All right, so as we kind of wrap this video up, I kind of wanted to just tell you some of the things that I would do. What I like about Contentpace is it allows me to go in and go behind the scenes in the DNA of some of the articles, or the top 50 articles that are present out there. And I think it does a good job of breaking that down. I see they're still lacking a little bit in the editing area and the content development, but they give you pretty good content briefs that you can utilize and probably put into another software. If I were using this, I would probably add another software, maybe a ScaleNut or a Crawl IQ or a Bloggly or Outranking or a Brainwork, one of those other ones, right? And then you have to have a good meta tag. So I would probably add maybe in a niches or a pepper type. So some of those tools I'll have listed below that you can take a look at and see what you wanted to add to be a good editor. But what you have to keep in mind is they're all going to give you different scores. So you got to ultimately figure out which one gives you the best scores at the end. And that'll take you over the top. But I think for sculpting the DNA of an actual article, I think Contentpace holds its own. I'm going to give it a 4 hacks, right? It's not quite a 5 yet, but it's a 4 hack, 4 digital hack. And we'll see what happens. I think they're going to be adding new stuff to it, but definitely there's a link in below that you can take a look at it for a one-time price. So all the tools that I talked about, the 3 tools that I talked about Wordplay.ai. I also talked about Samcart they have the pick your own price, which is a very good feature because you don't have to do freebies anymore. You can just tell people pay whatever you want to pay for it. So if they pay whatever they want, normally people will read the different things that they pay for because they actually paid for it. If it's free, it just goes into their C drive or their local drive and they never open it again. But if they actually paid for it, then there's a sense of pride there. So that's a good feature that Samcart has. And again, it's a link below for that. And then also for Contentpace, which is currently now one-time lifetime deal cost on it. And I think Wordplay.ai, as of this video, they have a one-time price as well. And then there'll probably be some other links in there if you wanted to look at Outranking or ScaleNut or Crawl IQ or any one of the other ones. I'll probably throw some other links in there so you guys take care and be able to look at those. So again, hey, thank you for staying this long with me. But this is one of the strategies you have to do now. This is part of the inbound marketing strategy. If you mix this inbound marketing strategy with a little outbound marketing strategy with a tight budget, and you use it for some marketing, maybe pay for some ads, whether your ad of your choice, I think you can make a lot of noise over a period of time. Blogging and podcasting are long games, right? They're long-term games, but over a period of time, you can really come out on top. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You guys take care. Let me know in the comments below if you like how I mixed all 3 of these tools. And maybe next time I'll do a breakdown of all the different writing tools and which one is my best. Let me know which in the comments below if you want to see that. All right. Until next time, take care. Thank you. Goodbye for now.